Welcome back with a new math tutorial. In this video, we are talking about transformation in the plane. What is the meaning of transformation? Transformation is a function that maps each point of the figure onto a new figure is called the image. The original figure is called the pre-image. So we are finding a new shape the same as the original one. We have three types of transformation. The first one is called reflection. Reflection or flip is the transformation of a line. This line defined by the line of transformation. So the distance between any point of the image and the pre-image is equidistant from this line. So we have here the triangle ABC. Its image will be FGH. F is the image of A. G is the image of B. H is the image of C. The second type of the transformation that we have is called translation. In the translation, we slide each point of the figure or the pre-image with the same distance in the same direction. We are moving the shape. So you will find that the image of the shape JLK is MQP. M is the image of J. Q is the image of L. P is the image of K. Now the third type of the transformation, which is defined by rotation. Rotation is turning each point of the figure around the fixed point, which is defined by the center of rotation with a fixed angle. We are turning the shape. So you will find that the image of the triangle SRT is XWY. X is the image of S. W is the image of R. Y is the image of T. In this problem, we need to identify the type of the transformation, as we have reflection, translation, and rotation. For the question number 1, you will find that the relation between the two shapes that we turn each one. So we have for the number 1, rotation. But for number 2, you will find that the relation between the two shapes that we flip one of them. So we have here reflection. You will find in number 3 that we slide the figure. So the relation between the two shapes that we slide one of them. So we have translation. Now how we can find the transformation in coordinate plane? So the first one, we have reflection. Reflection on X, suppose that we have a point X and Y. Its image will be, if we have reflection on X, change the sign of Y. So the image will be X and negative Y. So suppose that we have a point 3 and 5. Its image by reflection on X-axis will be 3 and negative 5. Just we change the sign of Y, not converting to be negative. If that's negative, it will be positive. If that's positive, it will be negative. If that's 0, it will be the same, will be 0. But if we have reflection on y-axis, only we change the x-coordinate. So suppose that we have 3 and 5. Its image will be negative 3 and 5. So reflection on x, we change the sign of y. Reflection on y, we change the sign of x. Consider that the triangle ABC that has a coordinate A 3 and 2, B 2 and negative 2, C 4 and negative 5. We need to find the coordinate of the image by each transformation. We need to find by reflection on x-axis. So we have here the triangle ABC. We know that A is equals 3 and 2. B is equals 2 and negative 2. C is equals 4 and negative 5. We need to find its image by reflection on x-axis. The image now will be the triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. Now how we can find A prime? We have reflection on x, so only change the sign of y. So it will be 3 and negative 2. Now we have B prime. B prime, only we change the sign of y because we have reflection on x. So it will be 2 and 2. But if we need to find C prime, will be 4 and 5. Only we change the sign of y. Now we need to graph. The first point of the graph, 3 and 2. That's 3 and 2. The second point, 2 and negative 2. The third, 4 and negative 5. That would be C. Then we can draw. Now the image. A prime is 3 and negative 2. That's 3 and negative 2. So that would be A prime. B prime is 2 and 2. So we have 2 and 2. That would be B prime. C prime is 4 and 5. So 4 and 5. That would be C prime. Now we can draw the triangle. You will find that the triangle A prime, B prime, C prime is the image of the triangle ABC by reflection on the x-axis. If we need to find the image of the point X and Y by translation with the vector A and B, its image will be X plus A and Y plus B. We will add the first coordinate with the first coordinate, the second with the second. How we will find the question? Suppose that we have a quadrilateral QRST with the vertices Q negative 8 and negative 2, R negative 9 and negative 5, S negative 4 and negative 7, T negative 4 and negative 2. We need to find the coordinate of the vertices of the image after translation with the vector 7 and 1. So we start writing the coordinate of the polygon QRST. Now we need to find the image with the vector 7 and 1. To find q prime, it will be negative 8 plus 7 equals to negative 1. Negative 2 and 1 equals to negative 1. To find the image of r, it will be negative 9 plus 7 equals to negative 2. Negative 5 and 1 equals to negative 4. Now we need to find the image of s. So it will be negative 4 and 7 equal to 3. Negative 7 and 1 equal to negative 6. To find the image of t, negative 4 plus 7 equal to 3. Negative 2 plus 1 equals to negative 1. Now we can graph them. The first point is negative 8 and negative 2. That's q. The second is negative 9 and negative 5. Negative 9 and negative 5. That's r. Third is negative 4 and negative 7. Negative 4 and negative 7. S. Negative 4 and negative 2. That will be t. Q prime will be negative 1 and negative 1. R prime, which is negative 2 and negative 4. S prime 3 and negative 6. 3 and negative 6. T prime 3 and negative 1. So we can graph them. You will find that q prime, r prime, s prime, t prime is the image of q, r, s, t with a vector 7 and 1. Now if you need to find the image of the point x and y by rotation 90 degree counterclockwise. So its image will be negative y and x. Change the order, then change the sign of y. If you want to find around the origin point with angle 180, its image will be negative x and negative y. But if you want to find with angle 270 counterclockwise, its image will be y and negative x. All of that around the origin point. In this problem, we have the parallelogram FGHJ with the vertices F2 and 1, G7 and 1, H6 and negative 3, J1 and negative 3. We need to find the coordinate of the vertices of the image after rotation with angle 180 degree about the origin point. So at the first, we will write the coordinate of the parallelogram. If you need to find the image of the point F by rotation with angle 180 degrees around the origin point, we change the sign of x and sign of y. So its image will be negative 2 and negative 1. Now 7 and 1 will be negative 7 and the negative 1. 6 and negative 3, we change both of the signs, so it will be negative 6 and 3. 1 and negative 3, it will be negative 1 and 3. And that's how we can find the image by using rotation.